You are now listening to On Air with Lewis Hunter.
Hi there, welcome back to On Air with Lewis Hunter, where we go into the lives of celebs, professionals, and behind the scenes workers of your favourite TV and film. Join me as we go into their lives to find out what it's like to be one of them. Today we are joined by Fodhla Lee. How you doing?
Yeah, doing all well.
That's good to hear. Now, for people who don't know who you are or what you do, could you give a brief explanation of exactly what that is?
Um, Basically, I do theatre a lot and drama and acting, and I am obsessed with it. And I have recently been on Peaky Blinders in season 6 as Johnny Dog's daughter.
Yeah, so obviously, as you said, acting, you love acting and it's the main part of what you do. But how exactly did you get started in the industry?
Well, I always did, school plays in primary school, but my mummy and daddy put me into Irish language drama youth group. But it was just kind of for kids, it was just dancing and singing. And then I always just had the biggest love for doing plays. And I just started every time the auditions came on, it was just practice, even though I didn't even need to that much because it was just a primary school show. But I still just enjoyed it so much.
You put
And
100% into it.
yeah, when I was younger, I didn't understand about, my daddy acting. Like, I didn't know that he was so big, for like what he's accomplished. I just knew that I loved it. And then when I was 8, my mummy put me into Nismat Theatre School, which is located in Belfast, and it is the best decision ever. It is it's really, really influenced me, and it's really brought out the confidence and brought out my acting skills.
I think they helped you get to where you are. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And what was your first acting role?
Well, like I said, I was doing primary school play, so I was just getting a few. I got Belle in Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
And then I did an actual play, outside of school for the first time. And I kept getting, small roles. But my first probably one with lines was when I was younger. I played April in Annie. And it was actually a good role, not most people know who it is, but it's just like one of the main orphans. And then I just kept on getting, singing solos. And then, Veruca Salt in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which is an amazing role to play.
Yeah.
So
and did you perform
started there.
these like within an actual theater or was it within like the group?
Yes, it was Beaver Theatre. It
Okay.
was such a good, it's a good theatre, like, and Strand Millis too, that theatre.
Yeah, that sounds good. Now, you
Just
mentioned
local
there,
theatres.
yeah, exactly. You mentioned there, you have been acting within the newest season of Peaky Blinders on BBC. And how
Yes.
did you go about getting that role?
Well, my daddy I actually always used to joke at the dinner table to my daddy because my daddy actually plays Johnny Dogs. And I would just joke about saying, get me on it, get me on it. But I would just always show my daddy about, what I've been working on recently and how much I love it. So when we found out that there was going to be another series, he kind of just told me, and we just sent in, headshots and, all the details, did a few run throughs with the director and stuff. And it was all good. And then I went into the set, and the brothers actually kind of looked like they would be my brothers. And I was like, this is so crazy. So it was just kind of by fate. Like, I just didn't know what was ever going to happen. I thought it was just, it was just my daddy saying that just to make me happy. And then next thing you know, I'm on a flight to Birmingham and I'm there.
What's it like being on set?
Well, I got to the hotel and I got measured and all for my costumes, and I was just like, right. And then got my COVID tests done, and then got to the trailers, which is like we're all, backstage and all, like where you get dressed. And it's like a little caravan, and you went in and, I got changed in my costume and then met the cast and I was just like so excited, went into hair and makeup, got that done. And then I got in a car, went to set and I went in and I just see all these amazing, phenomenal actors in front of me who I've saw on TV a lot. And I'm like, how am I here? Like, it was
Yeah.
actually crazy. So then I met the actors, all amazing people, amazing. One of my favorite, obviously, Cillian Murphy and Paul Anderson, unreal people. Every single one of the cast members there were amazing, but my favorite was definitely Ned. He plays Uncle Charlie, and he was
Mhm.
just the most kindest person ever. He was definitely my favorite there, and he still stays in contact with me to this day.
Really?
Yeah, so got on set, and it was just you had to be quiet. You had to do what you were told. It's like it's no messing about. It's just
No.
action. And obviously we were filming it loads to get that perfect tape. To put
Yeah.
on the BBC, but it was also amazing seeing my daddy actually act as well,
Yeah.
because
You've
obviously,
only
like I
ever seen it
said,
on TV.
I never really understood it. Never really
Mhm.
watched Peaky Blinders either, as I was like really young. But then I just started watching it, and I was just like, I can't believe this. Like everyone's so shocked about how I'm Packy Lee's daughter, but it's like not shocking for me. But when I saw him do that, I was like, this is unreal.
Yeah.
It's like he's worked really hard to get to that place.
Mhm. And have you ever found yourself in a position where like you've struggled to get into your character, your role?
Um, I mean, sometimes, yeah, it is hard to get into your character. You have to, like, if you were having a monologue to get into your character, you'd have to like really get to know it and, see if you put yourself in their shoes, like you're taking a break from your life and you're putting yourself into the shoes of that character and what's going on around you. You need to know. It is hard sometimes, but you know once you really study on that character, like you do end up getting it in the end, which is really
Yeah.
good.
As you said, there you are, Packy Lee, Johnny Dogg's daughter. And do you think, from a young age, he's been in all these big shows, The Witcher, Peaky Blinders, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this has affected your childhood in any sense? Where if he was to go out into
Mm.
the centre of Belfast, they'd be recognised, sort of thing?
Well, it definitely hasn't affected my childhood. No, he's a great dad and always has been and does every single thing to protect us at all times.
Hmm.
But he obviously does get recognized, but I just think that it's incredible how he gets recognized, like
Yeah.
obviously like he's worked really, really hard for people to recognize him and
Hmm.
for like me and my brothers, like when we see my daddy get recognized, we just be like, that's crazy how he's worked so hard that other people notice how hard he's worked. Like
Yeah.
it's just really, really good. And it's not affected my childhood in any way. It's just made me, really proud of how hard he's worked for it.
Yeah, I'm glad that's the way you see it because there is a lot of people out there that, if they're on the streets and they get recognized maybe 10 times, they're like, oh, I can't be bothered with this. I just want to go shopping, sort of thing. So to have that mindset
Yeah.
behind it, it's quite good. So that's a good way of
Yeah.
thinking about it.
100%.
But
Yeah.
not only do you act, you also sing. Now, have you always had an interest in singing, or?
I actually had an interest in singing before acting.
Okay.
As when I said I just started off in drama, I started off in musical theatre, and I to start I was a wee bit shy to be honest. Like I always sung my heart out, and everyone knew that. First thing up in karaoke, and
Yeah.
then in my drama group, it was just like it was never really. I got up and sung, and then one day in lockdown, which was actually 2 years ago, which is crazy because I've been singing like my whole life. I got up and I sung in front of everyone. And my drama teacher was like, keep going, because I thought that I didn't know the rest of the song. But
Yeah.
I just started saying all these lyrics. Next thing you know, this big belt comes out and everyone's like so shocked. And I never knew, I always just had myself in my own comfort zone and never really knew what I could do with my voice. And now everyone's just recognized it. And then I got so much more confident and started doing all these singing videos and getting a lot of opportunities for singing. And it's just been great. Really, really great.
And do you think there's much of a difference between acting on set and TV and film to acting in theatre?
100%. Acting in theatre was obviously what I did first. But there's a lot of difference, because just even acting on theatre, you're like, it's hard because you can't mess up, like TV shows have bloopers and stuff that you can roll again, but live theatre isn't. Also, it's like live theatre is more dramatic, where on screen is like it needs to be believable. Like, it's not going to be a good movie if it isn't believable. That's why I find it so hard when people mix theatre and TV, together. Like The Greatest Showman, like that could have been really, really hard to like put together, doing theatre and doing, filming, but they still made it so believable for all ages to enjoy, and which blows my mind really, because they're both really different, categories to deal with, and you just need to study on them so hard. But I would probably say theatre's more easier, even though like it's hard and stuff, but acting on TV, like it's really, really, really tough. I mean, it's almost every child's dream, but it's just so tough to act on TV,
And do you think at this age you're taking your career further by transitioning from theatre to like screen productions?
Well, everyone tells me try not to do this much at my age, because, everyone's like, oh, I didn't start till I was 16, or I didn't start till I was like whatever age. But I don't know why, I just like really needed it to happen now. Like, I see all these people and like they're on TV and they're like 9, and I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I need the audition for stuff, even though obviously I'm not a big TV movie role star myself, but it's still like it's like a lot of hard work, and it is like bringing a lot on at my age. But I mean, my friends always say to me, like, you need to stop as well, because it's just every day, there's drama. Like, if it isn't drama, it's piano. If it's not that, it's singing. If it's not that, it's dancing. And it's not as if it's like, it is busy, it is like stressful, but it's not as if I don't enjoy it. Like, it's the most amazing thing ever. And I pick to do it every day because it really brings joy, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it is hard to find time to go out, but I just really, really like doing it every single day, see my friends as well. Like, I have a lot of friends who do drama, but I actually always struggled with dancing when I was younger.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends when I joined the theatre school were just dancers, triple threats. And my drama team now, NISMA, actually their dance team went on the Dance World Cup, and all my friends, Sophie, Christy, Bella, whatever, they all went on to Dance World Cup, got all these amazing prizes, and they're just unreal dancers, and obviously if you want to go to a theatre college, sometimes you need to have a really good dance experience. So, it's so hard to do 3, to be able to sing, to be able to act, to be able to dance, the flexibility, or else the hip hop, the groove, the rhythm, and then the singing, the riffs, the belts, the control, and the acting. You just need to ace the acting, Yeah. So I would say it's really, really, really hard. It's a hard industry to get into, but it's also fun and good crack,
I mean, everyone's got to start somewhere. If you don't start on like a lower acting, like
100%.
extras or like a couple lines here and there, you're not gonna be able to step it up to another level. You've got to work your way up on that. So that is
Well,
key.
yeah, I obviously everyone in my school knows about drama, blah blah blah. So my drama teacher in school actually, Dairy Girls, the
Yeah.
Netflix production, they contacted my school and said, look, we need a few extras to get on. Could you pick a few people? So my drama teacher picked me, and like a good couple others to go on the Dairy Girls. So I was on the set of Dairy Girls as well, just being an extra, and it's still like unbelievable, like the movie sets, and you still get to meet the actresses and the actors, like, and the director obviously, and seeing all the cast and crew and the cameras being up, and it's a really, really good industry.
Yeah, and I mean, if you don't have extras, you don't really have a set in a sense, because without the extras, it'd be a
Exactly.
bit too quiet. So,
100%. I know.
uh,
But it's so crazy how they put so much work into the extras.
yeah,
Like they cast the extras. Like if you watch all your TV shows, obviously you get into it so much and believe it. But when they're sitting down in a cafe, like there's someone walking across the street blurred out, you can't even see their face. Like they went through auditions and they went through like meeting the director and meeting all them just to do that wee bit.
yeah,
It's
it,
just
it all
crazy.
makes a difference.
100%.
And where do you see, you going with acting in the future? Like, would you like to continue doing this, or would you like going back to theater, or where exactly is your vision for that for the future?
Well, I hope that it can be on TV, so like starring in maybe a TV show or a movie, whatever. But um I obviously love theatre. I would love to be on, the West End, whatever, but I would more likely want to be on, screen. It's brilliant how you get on screen, it really is. But if I, don't become an actress, then maybe a director, maybe, but you never really know either. Because every Saturday I don't take them by myself. Me and my friend Bella, we take minis about 3 to age 7, with the help of my drama teacher, of course, with supervision. But we take these minis into our studio, and we just teach them a lot of dances and singing and monologues, and get them prepared for the next show that we'll have in the theatre. And like I actually have a lot of love for that as well, showing drama to people and teaching it to people. And like people come up and ask me, like, how do I do this?
Yeah.
And all the kids laughing about, your facial expressions because they're so skundered with their friends. But you just need to, like, you need to be like that, show them out of their comfort zone. And I would just love to be like that when I'm older, own my own studio as well.
Yeah, sort of have your own workshops in a sense.
100%.
Yeah, and I think that's everything covered for today. Is there anything else you'd like to say or promote before we end it?
Just thank you for getting me on. It was an
That's no
amazing
problem.
experience.
And
Good
thank you for coming on.
pleasure to talk to you. No problem.
Exactly.
Anytime.
And make sure everyone to go watch the new season of Peaky Blinders. Maybe you can see Fuller.
Yes, on every Sunday at 9 o'clock, BBC One.
Hmm.
Yeah, BBC One. I'm in episode 1 and 4.
Okay.
Look a wee bit different actually in it, so maybe a wee bit hard to spell me. But
And spotter,
you
you'll
know,
be able to see a picture on the website for wee description, so you can find it there. So
yeah, thank you.
no problem. Thank you
Yeah, well,
everyone
it was
for
great
listening,
talking to you.
and we'll see you
Thank
next
you so
week.
much.